Hello, I'm Penny from Blush. I've been meeting quite a few brides and other ladies for makeup lessons recently who have all said to me that they would love to wear really nice sort of light but full face of makeup every day, but that they don't have time. A lot of them have young children or they have to leave really early for work, and some of them don't like getting out of bed, which I'm kind of all three. So I have perfected my sort of everyday makeup to 7 minutes. And I thought I would share that with you because it is possible, and obviously when you're doing your face every day you kind of get used to what your face looks like, and you become sort of quite adept and quite quick at doing your own makeup. So while I probably wouldn't be able to do someone else's face in 7 minutes, I can certainly do my own. So I'm going to make a start. I'm going to just lost my hair clip that I got out very helpfully, so I'm just going to clip my hair back, found it, and just want to show you my face. So I've got some redness at the moment, a few blemishes. It's not in the best condition with winter, but it's not horrendous, but yeah, it's quite dry and dehydrated, so I've just put a light layer of the Lancome Hydra-Zen moisturiser on this morning, which I absolutely love, a little bit of eye cream and some lip balm, and I did that about sort of 20 minutes ago just to allow it time to soak in. So I'm going to, I'll go through basically the products that I'm using. I'm going to have to do it quickly in order to keep to my time limit, but I'll show you those, and I've got my 7 minutes on the clock, which is here, obviously back to front for you guys. And please excuse the plaster, I sliced my finger with a bread knife yesterday, hopefully. So, okay. So, here we go. Let's start. Start the clock. Okay. So, I am starting with the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. I'm not usually a massive fan of Bare Minerals, they're sort of powder foundations, but I do really like this. It's a sort of a tinted cream. It's very hydrating, and it doesn't, well, I don't really think it needs a primer underneath, although you could use one if you have particularly oily skin and your makeup does seep in. So I use fingers, just to massage this into my skin. I do have quite open pores on my nose and just sort of around this area of my cheeks. So I'll go over sort of what I do. Initially, I sort of rub in circular motions over my nose to kind of almost fill in my pores. If I'm wearing a proper face of foundation, I'll often use the Benefit Porefessional primer just for those sort of areas, because that really fills in pores well. I do put the product on my eyes. That's because my eyelids are quite pinky, and I like them to be the same colour as my face. You don't have to do that, a lot of people don't. I just like to do it. So I don't use brushes. I never use brushes for foundation. I always just use fingers. I feel it gives a really nice coverage. Okay, so, and I always just go down onto my neck just to make sure, although this is a good colour match, this is Vanilla, which is number 2. It is a good colour match, but I like to just make sure that's blended. Okay, so my nose, because I do get a little bit oily on my nose, I do go over and do a second layer, and I use a beauty blender for this. So I've dampened my beauty blender and squeezed it out, and then I bounce it off my face just around the nose area, which tends not to kind of pick up the foundation brilliantly initially anyway. So underneath my nose, and then I was doing a little bit on my chin and centre of my, sort of between my eyebrows and up onto my forehead. Okay, how are we doing for time? Right, wow, 4.5 minutes left. Okay, super quick. Right, concealer, just where you need it. I have very deep set eyes, so I always need it here. So when you put your concealer on, just put it where you're dark, not all the way under your eyes in a big half moon, otherwise you end up with that kind of reverse panda look. And then I just do the outer corners as well. And again, I use fingers. I find the warmth of fingers really helps to work product into the skin. Okay, I'll put a little bit either side of my nose. And then I've just got a couple of little red patches. My blemishes aren't horrendous, so the tinted moisturiser has kind of covered them mainly, and I'm not looking for a really flawless finish today, because this is literally just every day I'm going out for lunch with my lovely friends Louise, Justine, and so I just want just a very natural look. Okay, powder. So I use the Chanel Poudre Universelle Libre. I use a small brush. A lot of you will probably use a massive brush, but I find that just puts too much powder onto the face. So I do a really light dusting. I powder eyelids. If I'm going on a night out, I do a big smoky eye, I will use an eyelid primer, but I don't need to today. Around the nose and the chin, and then anywhere I've concealed, just to set. Okay, so onto eyeshadow. I'm using the Young Blood Pressed Mineral Eyeshadow Quad. I've used it quite a lot, so you can see I use the lightest one most of all. So I'm using this light kind of champagne-y pink colour just on the lids here. Okay, just over my lids, and then I'm going to use a fluffy blending brush. It's the MAC 217 and this colour here. Just going to dab it in. I'm going to take off the excess on the back of my hand and just go lightly into my socket line. And I use sort of forwards and back sweeping motions, small circular motions, just to create a bit of a shadow in my socket, which is contouring your eye really. Okay. Okay, just double check they are even. Right, how are we doing for time? Okay, not long at all, 1 minute 42. So I'm gonna put some mascara on. I use the Max Factor Masterpiece Max Mascara. I've tried loads of high-end ones, but to be honest, I feel that this is the best on the market for me, certainly, and everyone I put it on loves it. So I just do one coat in the day. I've got relatively long lashes anyway, so I don't need to sort of pile it on. And I do find if you put too many layers on, it can look very cakey, which is kind of a look in itself, but not the look that I am going for today. I've just blinked and transferred some. Okay, right, cheeks. This is the Hourglass Luminous Flush palette. It's a really lovely one. It's kind of a little bit highlightery as well, and I'm going to be using this pink here. I'm going to smile and dust that onto the uppers of my cheeks and working it up and out. Now, I do like a lot of blush. That's just personal preference. I find it makes me look younger, which is always what you want to look, particularly when you've got 2 young children and you're constantly tired. Okay, so what have we got? Okay, 20 seconds. So I'm going to put this on, which is the Rosie for Autograph Lip Glossy Crayon in Supermodel Smile. And I'm going to finish off just by putting a little bit of clear mascara through my brows. I'm not going to do them today because I'm not going to do a strong eye look. And there we are. Woo! Done. Just about. Okay, so as you can see, I'm looking a little bit more human. It's quite a glowy look. I'm not sure how well you can see with the lighting, but my eyes are just sort of lightly contoured. My cheeks are just nice and rosy, but still quite glowy. And this lip glossy by Rosie for Autograph, I do think it's a little bit pricey. It's £12, but obviously Marks and Spencer's often do offers, particularly around their beauty ranges. but I get a lot of compliments on this. It's really moisturising. It's a little bit glossy, but it's not sticky at all. And it's just a really pretty pinky nude. She does do quite a few more in the range, which I'm going to buy. I mean, obviously I do generally use high-end products. However, as with the Max Factor, I really like that mascara. And this I got in the Marks and Spencer's Beauty Advent Calendar last year at Christmas time, and I just think it's lovely. And as I say, I get a lot of compliments on it. It's really portable. Pop it in your handbag. You can take it with you anywhere, and you can sort of apply it without a mirror as well, because it's just quite simple to apply. So I hope you like this look. If you have any questions, please post them below, or any comments. And if there's any other videos, any other looks that you'd like to see, any sort of things that you find tricky to do that you'd like me to do a tutorial on, then please let me know. I'm going to take this out of my hair so it doesn't look brilliant. And yeah, so here's my lunch look. See you later.